What?
I was just trying to figure out how many we got. Anyways.
Can you make it bigger so I can read it?
I guess I can. Can try.
That's better.
That does it, right?
Yes. Yeah, now I can read it.
Okay, so we'll see how many packs I get through. So we're gonna do a half an hour. We're gonna stick with this. We want to do this like once a week.
Yeah.
Half an hour.
Yes. It's been
And
playing for a while.
I bought these hockey cards with that plan in mind.
I have so many hockey cards.
And hello, everybody.
Hello.
I have some hockey cards.
He has a lot of hockey cards.
Well, you notice I've got a lot of the boxes on the table there.
That's not a lot of them. That's a
I've got
tiny selection of them.
At least of the unopened ones. So
There's
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and open. So these are O-Pee-Chee. This is the 2021-2022 set. These are jumbo packs, so 28 cards a pack. So
we need. Hold on. Do we have something here? When you open them, can you put the little plastics in there so that I can recycle them?
No.
Yes.
These plastics don't recycle.
Yes, it does.
They're non-plastical.
Pardon?
Recycling. Non-recyclable
It's
plastical.
What?
There's
really?
So okay, back in 1943.
No, Shannon, don't you start that crap already.
It was wartime Europe.
Way too early in the stream for that.
Oh, the retro cards are at the back. Well, that makes it easier. Okay, so are those the retro or not?
What's the oldest card in your collection?
Oh, that'd be like mid-70s. I don't have anything beyond mid-70s, and that's just recent that I got mid-70s. Okay, so Timo Meier.
He has a lot of cards. Am I Vanna?
Mackenzie Weegar. Jake Gardner. So his stats haven't changed over the last year, right? Ty Smith.
Who's winning the cup? I vote Avalanche.
Jamie Alexiak.
Your closet is my dream closet. Do you mean the set?
Yeah, my closet. Well, the closet's still units, but
Shannon doesn't have a closet.
Brendan Dillon.
How am I? I'm doing better. I am getting better.
Bowen Byram. Michael McLeod.
Yeah, another person asked how I'm feeling. I am feeling a bit better. I still have to be on medication to not be nauseous all the time, but I should be done with surgeries, so that's good. Getting there. It's a shame that Shannon doesn't have enough jerseys. You really need more. War of 1812 made the cost of jerseys increase.
This is the first time I've even worn this one. So, yeah.
I think I've worn this one before because I really like this one. I would just like to say I vote for the Oilers to go back to...
I'm not the one saying it.
I am. I would love for the Oilers to go back to using copper.
Carey Price retro.
So. I like it.
And
way better than orange.
Marquee rookies, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. That is fun. So that's a rookie card for.
Those are fun.
Do you like his name?
I do. I know that name.
That's a lot of K's. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Jeff Skinner.
When he was little, he probably couldn't make the necklaces with those letter beads because he'd run out.
Eric Carlson.
I had that problem with N's.
Philip Myers.
And V's. There was never enough V's.
Oh, Aiden Hill.
Still miss my Thrashers, but they have
Matt
beautiful
Roy.
jerseys still.
Oh, Chris Drieger. So none of these show the traded, which is too bad. That means there's no Seattle. Emil Bemstrom.
Hey guys.
Joey McAvoy.
Glad you guys doing this today. Lost my dog Murphy today.
Oh.
Good to have you as a distraction.
My condolences. That's tough.
Thank you. Love the cards and other thoughts. 2 thoughts. Favorite hockey podcasts and think Kako is gone.
I don't really listen to podcasts.
He doesn't.
I really don't.
Spends most of his life watching hockey, so he doesn't also listen to hockey because he spends so many hours watching hockey. So when he has not hockey game time, he usually listens to other things.
Eric Robinson. I'm still in the first pack. TJ Oshie. Nolan Foot. It's not Cal Foot. Nolan Foot. Oh, Philip Hedl, who had a good playoff. And then we end off with Vinny Trocheck. So out of that pack, I got Luukkonen and I got Carey Price, a retro style Carey Price. So
Pixel's in the window. She's happy.
Yeah, Pixel's in the window. Pixel's getting along well with the kittens.
She is, yeah.
Bear still meows. She doesn't growl at it, but she meows when they get too close. That little meow, like, don't.
Will you update the finalist series?
Yeah, I'm going to be going through and doing an update on that once we're through the Stanley Cup.
Somebody doesn't know about the kittens. Where are they? Hold on.
No, I'll go.
Okay. All right, Shannon's going, so you get to listen to me. Hello, people. I don't have anything to say right now. But how's it going? I think one of the kittens is upstairs. Yeah, we got kittens because, so of course I have tea. I have tea in my beautiful wild cup. I like these, the big Tervis. If you get the plastic ones, you can put them in the dishwasher. The metal ones, you can't put in the dishwasher. So I have the pretty Vegas one, but it looks kind of crappy. We went, I did name the tortie. So her name is Maple. I took them both to the vet yesterday to make sure they were all good, especially Azrael, because she was looking quite sickly when we got her. She's already looking way better. Yeah, and we went to get a tortie because I lost Lily Bell a few months ago, and that was super duper sad. And so we went to get another one, and look at her. And I just picked her up and she snuggled in, and then we saw the little runt, and we had to take her home because she was so sickly.
Yes.
And she's so sweet, and she already follows me around.
Hi. Down?
So this is Maple.
Okay. Here you go. Here you go, baby.
I thought it kind of suited her.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just one of those that it's like she told me that was her name. It took a couple days. And then the other one, the little orange one, is
she's
Azrael.
A very sweet, well-adjusted cat.
Yeah, they were both little barn cats. Yeah, Azrael looked really sickly, but she looks so much better already.
Yes.
She is half the size of Maple, which is crazy from the same litter. But she already looks a lot better. Her face was really gaunt, and she had those buggy eyes.
Don't use your teeth.
Yeah, don't use your teeth. But, yes. Bear is still not happy with the kittens. But she's
getting better.
She doesn't care quite as much. She doesn't glare at them all day long.
She's getting better.
Pixel's doing better with the kittens than the other ones. But
okay, so out of this pack, we start off with Patrick Hornqvist.
Yeah, don't bite the plastic. Right?
Kirill Kaprizov.
Teeth, Shannon.
Jeremy Lauzon. He's moved twice since this picture was taken a year ago. Zach Hyman.
Oh, what happened to the other Kelly? Lily Bell. I don't remember what it was called. She was sitting on my lap. See if I think about it, I'll cry again.
Nope. It's okay. It's okay.
It was bad.
We knew there was something wrong. We had to take her to the vet, and the vet basically
I had to rush her to the vet.
She had to get put down immediately. So it was.
We did do everything we could. They did X-rays and everything, and
she was fine in the morning, and then in the afternoon she had to be put down. So it was hard. It wasn't that we knew it was coming or anything. She just, she couldn't walk, and we knew she was in a lot of pain. So Yvonne took her to the vet, and so that was
awful.
So it took this long for me to say, okay, now we've got to get her a cat, because I have Bear and Shadow follow me everywhere all day. Bear's on this one now. She's often in the window too. But I mean, they sit on this tree for the reason that they like to be near me while I'm doing videos. So I mean, Pixel is kind of she roams the house. She's not really clingy to one person.
But if I sit down, she's on my lap.
Yes. But the new kittens have already clearly bonded with Yvonne, especially Maple. And
she has.
So, yeah.
Azrael likes everybody. She really does. She's such a happy cat.
Nikita Zaitsev. Brock Besser. There you go, Brock. He's been a Canuck for six seasons. Brock Nelson. Two Brocks right after each other. That's fantastic. That's some good sorting. Ryan Getzlaff, right ahead of another Ryan. Right ahead of Ryan Miller. But these are all random, right? Sure they are. Casey Middlestad. I'm anxious for the meetup too. The meetup's going to be fun. That's on the 25th. Connor McDavid. Thanks for your dedication to the channel. Coverage of the NHL. Amazing resource. Cool. I'm great. Very happy to hear that. Ivan Chikovic.
I was playing.
And then the retros are Mason Appleton, who went to Seattle and went back to Winnipeg after that picture was taken. And Darnell Nurse is the other retro card out of that pack. And then they just want to jump. That's the one thing with the babies. They just want to jump. They back off your arm. You have to be really careful with them.
She found a toy.
Who's my bet for Red Wings coach? They may wait until Barry Trotz makes up his mind on who they're going to pick for coach. Barry Trotz, I think, has a lot of people waiting. Vegas clearly wanted Cassidy instead. So it's Jake Gensel, Patrice Bergeron.
The babies haven't seen strangers yet, so
Jordan Stahl.
We don't know. I highly doubt they'll be like Baron Shadow.
Connor McDavid. I wouldn't be too sure. They are very skittish around things they don't know, and Bear was like that as a baby too. Jonathan Bernier.
She found a toy.
Jason Zucker. Well, I put a bunch of toys down in here the other day.
Sounds like my gelato. Won't leave me alone.
Adam Henrique.
They were
Radko Gudas.
born April 11th, so they're about 9 weeks.
Nate Schmidt.
Right?
Oh, John Gibson.
Hi, you 9 weeks?
John Gibson card.
She's very playful.
Tage Thompson, who of course just had a fantastic season for Buffalo. Carter Hart. Matt Martin. And finally, Joel Farabee. So there you go. Out of that pack, I got Nurse and Appleton are the reverse ones.
When do you think the Rangers will win their next Stanley Cup, if you had to guess?
I will say that within the next, if everything stays on the project or on the course they're on right now, I would say within the next 3 years, they should be able to get there. I would be very surprised if they don't, just because Igor's fantastic, right?
Just hockey and an entertainment question. One, who do you think the Flyers will pick as a coach, and what do you think of Christina Ricci as an actress? Well, I really like her, but
Christina Ricci, she's not that. She's around my age.
Isn't she my age?
Is she?
Like, I think she's really close to my age.
I thought she was older than that. Christina Ricci's fantastic.
Do I even have my phone? Is this my
I've
phone?
always, yeah.
It is.
I've always liked all of her work. She's
thought she was about
fantastic.
my age.
As for Red Wings coach, again, they're in on Barry Trotz, right? There's a number of names that are out there. I would like to see Luke Richardson get one of the jobs. I'd really like to see Luke Richardson get one of the jobs. I think he'll be a very good head coach. If Tampa Bay wins the cup, do they win next year too? They're going to have to find a way around the cap to do that. Well, not around the cap. That's what they were accused of doing previously. They'll have to find a way to make it work under the salary cap. She's a year older than me.
Almost exactly. I thought she was really close in age.
I thought she was older than that.
No, she's a year older than me. A year and a month. It just came to remind you about the existence of Taylor Swift.
There's Josh. Even in a public live stream, there's Josh.
So funny.
Does that in every Patreon live stream.
Did you just read this one? I wasn't listening to you talk. Okay.
You never listen to me talk.
I don't.
That's the funny thing. She doesn't watch my videos. She doesn't listen to me talk.
That's how our marriage works.
Our marriage is great because we don't listen to each other.
See?
There's times she gets something and I'm like, when did you order that? And she's like, I talked to you before I ordered it.
It's true.
Well, I don't remember that conversation. We talked and you agreed with me.
It's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I heard blah, 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 blah. And then she stops and I go, oh, okay. And then I don't know what she said, but I agreed to it.
Right.
I've got to be careful with that.
Who do I think's going to win? I guess the Avalanche. And I guess it'll be.
What did your bracket say, though?
I don't even remember.
Who did you take for your bracket?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't either one of them.
I had Colorado over Tampa in the final of my bracket, so the bracket spoke.
My bracket's always awful. I am always.
My problem is I think I predicted 25 goals in the final. That might be high. We may get a lot less than that because Tampa Bay plays low scoring games.
My contribution to the Yvonne Needs a Raise Fund. It's a good thing the fringe benefits are good.
Oh, she's doing okay. She's doing just fine. I take good care of my lady here. I'll make sure the ladies are taken care of.
Coke Zero Starlight. He likes space soda.
Yeah, it's a nice change, and it's still
Have
got
you gotten
the caffeine,
your favorite sodas back in stores?
No. I can't
There's
find
still very little diet sodas.
We're gonna have to
very few.
Hey, when we go to Vegas, totally when we come back up, we could just stop off on the way home.
Okay, I was like, we're not getting soda in Vegas.
No, it'd explode in the van while we were gone. Be like 120 degrees.
Yeah, if we flew out of Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we'd better because that's where we got the tickets for.
Oh, you already got our flights too?
For Vegas, yeah.
Cool. I didn't remember that. I didn't remember.
Yeah, we're flying Alaska. Already. We're up at the front.
Oh, yes. That's right. I do remember that.
Because we've got 2 check bags and 2 carry-ons. So I'm taking a check bag that's got nothing in it, and I'm bringing it back with stuff in it. That's going to be great. She's good. She's still playing. She's good.
Oh, Pickle's out. We have a lot of animals in this room.
Well, because I bring rabbits down because the boys like being down here.
Yes. If Tampa three-peats, are they an official NHL dynasty?
Yes. Yeah,
that's what a dynasty is.
3 in a row is dynasty. 3 cups in 4 years is also a dynasty. So,
are you going to be able to watch the E60 special on the Red Wings and Avalanche rivalry?
I think that's being carried in Canada. I think. I would think that would be on Sportsnet. But I mean, I lived that rivalry. Like I was watching hockey during that rivalry, so I remember the Claude Lemieux hit. I remember how ugly things got. I remember the big fight. I remember just hoping they beat each other because I was a Canuck fan and Colorado and Detroit beat up the Canucks regularly. So I was like, yeah, punch him. Yeah, you should punch him back. And that guy should punch that guy. Yeah, everybody come off the bench. More punching. I just enjoyed that.
Will Vasilevskiy be pulled at all in the finals?
No, I can't see it. Vasilevskiy's just too solid, and I think he'd fight against it. I think if he had a rough night, he'd want to ride it out. I don't think he'd want to get pulled. Keep on buying.
What do you think the Caps will do this offseason?
The Caps are in a tough spot because they are one of the older teams in the league. I do wonder because both goaltenders are restricted free agents. Do they keep both? Do they try to move one to improve some other part of the roster? Do they have enough faith in Samsonov, or do they go with Vanacek? Like, there are some question marks I have with the Washington Capitals. I will say, though, that as long as Ovechkin's there, they're going to be going for it. That's my expectation.
Shannon doesn't play Chell.
I haven't. I have not played anything on NHL 22. Because again, during the regular season, I didn't have the time, and now the regular season's done. Well, I'm going to download the roster update, and I have to edit all the players before I play, and that's
of course he does.
Well, because they're always incorrect. I look at the lines, I'm like, that's stupid. That guy shouldn't be there, and this guy shouldn't be there. Hi, baby.
When you say 3 cups in 4 years is a dynasty, are you saying Chicago wasn't a dynasty during the early 2010s?
Officially, no. By official standards of dynasty, and I know people get upset when I say it, officially, they're not. And I know Gary Bettman said they were, but I thought people hated what Gary Bettman said. So officially, no. Officially by sports dynasties, it's supposed to be 3 and 4 years.
We'll be going to Vegas that first week of August. Yep. We haven't set anything up yet other than our hotel.
Right.
That's all we have set up.
I only set up the meetup post for today. Well, because I was petting him and holding him. So you're welcome. He's shedding. He's shedding a lot. So there's a lot of rabbit fur now in the air. But he likes being held. So he does. What else am I supposed to do? But and then we're gonna do a meetup probably in Chilliwack after that, and then we'll do another one in Coquitlam, and then we're going to be heading to Vegas. So I want to do them every 2 weeks, and I guess we can try to figure something out in Vegas. Maybe we'll do something at the practice arena on one of the days we're there. Yeah. We can try that.
I'm trying to look at early bets for teams in the East that missed to get back in. Am I crazy to think that the Blue Jackets is the best choice?
They're up there. I would have the Blue Jackets, and I would say that with the right moves in the offseason, the Red Wings can get in there. They were not ready this year. They could be ready next year.
Which all right. Pets misbehave the most? Bunnies, cats, or Shannon? Shannon and then Shadow.
Shadow learned it from me.
And then Cinnabon.
So Chandler Stevenson, Tyler Seguin, Warren Fogle. So these are all pre-trade. Jordan Eberle. It's a shame that with O-Pee-Chee, they don't have now with on them like they used to. Mackenzie Blackwood. Michael Granlund. Jared Spurgeon. So there you go. You want that one? If that'll be a double. So there you go. Christian Dvorak. Jonathan Drouin. Sean Walker. Ooh, team checklist. Florida Panthers team checklist. I want as many of those as I can get. And then season review. Igor Sharangovich. That's very, very old-fashioned. That idea of a season review kind of thing. And then my throwbacks, the old ones, the old-looking ones, anyways. Brandon Hagel and Scott Mayfield. So there's Mayfield, and there's Hagel. The rest of the cards after this.
Do you see the Guy
Boucher
making a comeback as coach?
I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible. Coaches get recycled all the time. I haven't heard his name attached to anybody yet, though.
When is the tour of Hockey Guy Pets? Love your channel, and you both are amazing.
If I'm going to do something like that, it'll be on the Entertainment Guy channel. So that's the plan. And I had licorice was over nudging at the back of my neck, back of my leg. So
can Bruce Cassidy fix the Knights power play?
Yes, I mean, obviously he's going to need more help than just that, but he should be able to do that. This is licorice for anybody who's wondering. This is my rabbit, aren't you? He was kind of mad at me because he grooms me, which is very painful. But that means he loves me. So
his love is painful
because rabbit teeth.
Yes, it is.
But he was kind of mad at me because I didn't bring him down here for a few days. So he turned his back to me and he was really kind of snippy with me. But I didn't bring him down here because I had other stuff going on and he couldn't be down here. But he seems to have warmed up again. So, hey, bud. Mwah.
Just curious who you think the most likely departure or re-signings are for Tampa?
Palat's probably gone. I would think that Palat on his contract's probably gone. I'll be interested to see if they have to move anybody else out as well. Most of their players, though, are under long-term contracts, so they should be in pretty good shape. I don't think they have like an entire line they're going to lose like they did last offseason.
Thanks for all the videos. You're the best. Go Bolts.
You're welcome.
Dave's causing trouble.
Of course he is.
How many seasons do you think it will take for the Seattle Kraken to be Stanley Cup contenders?
I would say that if they build it right, I would say they could do it within 5 or 6 years.
The Rabbit Chewy commercial was just on. Made me think of your fur babies. Is Tarasenko staying in St. Louis?
Perron's probably going to be expensive for St. Louis. Also, while he was great in the playoffs, at this stage, I think he's 35, 36. So I don't know how long he'd stay there, but he may be willing to stay there on a discount. Tarasenko, as far as I know, never rescinded his trade request. There's Troy Stetcher. Oh, Ilya Mikheyev. Malcolm Subban, Chris Kreider, Ellie Tolvanen, Tom Wilson, Matt Barzal.
How many of each animal do we have? A lot. We have a ton.
It's a lot.
No, we have 6 rabbits and 5 cats.
Yeah, but it's a big house, so we're okay. And rabbits are easy. Rabbits are
compared
easy.
To other animals,
and cats are low maintenance.
Seem like as
it's
many
not
as
dogs. If it was
like.
dogs, we would be pulling out our hair because they'd be barking all the time. Marcus Foligno. I've had dogs. I like dogs. Travis Konechny. Igor Shesterkin. There you go. I got a Shesterkin. Zdeno Chara. That's the first Shesterkin card I've ever had. Radek Faksa. And
where's
Rasmus
the bubble gum
Dahlin.
with cards? Oh my gosh, those bubble gum cards.
Oh,
those are sad.
You know what? I got stickers that had the bubble gum in them 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I never finished opening them because the bubble
gum.
They were
making him sad.
It's moldy,
like it got all
gross.
No,
it's nasty.
It's like it melted and then hardened again.
But like I don't like
stick.
Like I love the smell of that. It's double bubble is the smell. And so I used to get hockey cards when I was a kid, and I would keep the door to my room closed because it would smell like the bubble gum from hockey cards. And every day I'd come in and it smelled like bubble gum. It was just great. That was like a great 2 weeks. And I even learned after a while I would have like 3 sticks out, and the rest of them I'd wrap up, and then I'd pull the next 3 out. So I would keep that smell in my room. That's like, I'm telling you, if you get a perfume that smells like double bubble gum, come on, baby. I'm telling you.
No, I don't need to smell like bubble gum.
I don't know. I'm starting to think that might be a good idea.
No.
Yeah, I'm in favor.
Pass.
And as the ruler of the home.
What?
You know, I'm just saying, as the ruler of the home. That's how that works. So.
Yeah. Nah.
She's
Okay.
on pickle.
Better fit for Detroit. Trocheck or Kopp?
Trocheck's got more experience. Trocheck, I think, is the better offensive player. And I think, and I love Kopp, but I think Trocheck would be the better fit of the two. He'd also probably be more expensive.
Mrazek end up on Robotus Island, LTIR for Cap.
Robida.
Okay, there you go.
I think we're going to see some guys going on LTIR this offseason. There'll be, of course, everybody will agree that it's a great thing. There won't be any talks of cheating the cap or anything because, you know, we hockey fans understand that that's just part of business. I do expect a lot of discussions.
Would you do MLB content on the Entertainment Guide channel? Love your work.
I haven't watched a full baseball game
because they're
in
forever.
a while, and it is different than baseball was obviously years back, and I just find the games drag a lot more than they used to. There's a lot more pitching changes, and it just feels like
around.
it's like I get it being strategic, but it gets to the point where I'm like, oh, they're gonna change the pitcher again. Oh, okay. Now there's this guy that it feels like every game's 5 hours. And it just like when a game's been on for 3.5 hours, you're like, well, I wonder what's going on. And it's in the 6th inning. It's like, no, I can't do it. Nope.
Here's money for the double bubblegum perfume.
I've got to find out if that's a thing.
It can't be. No.
Sure can. I've got to.
You are not the ruler of the home, Shannon. Mom, it's always right.
Well, I let her think she's right.
Yes, Yvonne just lets Shannon believe he rules the house. Isn't that what most women do? I'm pretty sure.
Let's see.
Yes. Do the Sharks need a rebuild or just better goalies?
The Sharks' goaltending was okay. I think that for Kakkonen, I think he's going to stick around. I think Reimer sticks around. That's a decent tandem. The Sharks, though, they need that infusion of really good young talent. Maybe, I mean, Bordelot, I talked about him in the video today. I liked him. Eklund's going to help, but they need more of that. They need to make sure they're keeping their draft picks. And if they're not going to fully go into a rebuild, fine, but don't go out and spend a bunch of money on contracts. Oh, man. Bubble gum for women. Cologne spray, 4 ounces. Wow. I found it. Women's perfume that's bubblegum smelling.
That is so weird.
That is fantastic.
That is so weird.
Bubblegum body spray. It's only got 3 stars, though.
Probably because it smells like bubblegum. And people are like, oh, it actually smells like bubblegum.
See, look. This one smells like bubblegum.
Okay, you have to show. They can't see that.
Sure they can. Sure they can.
You see the weird. It's a bear. That's so weird.
That's fantastic. That's great. It's only $100. $100 for a perfume that you'd be like, no.
Not wearing that.
It's free shipping though. For $100.
Better be.
What's the other smell they got here? I don't think.
Nope.
I don't think I'm no. Nope. I'm not. Nope.
Bubblegum perfume would attract lots of flies and mosquitoes. I would think so.
What would that even smell like? The one that I just showed you. I don't think I want to know. I don't think I want to know.
Are the Canucks Cup contenders next year?
Not yet. I want them to be, though. I want to say yes and all that fun stuff. They should be a playoff team. They absolutely should be a playoff team. I say that knowing Vegas should bounce back. The 2 Alberta teams should be pretty good. And the Kings don't look like a team that's going to fall back next year either. I think the Pacific's going to be better next year.
You 2 are awesome. Thanks.
No, she's awesome. I'm just kind of riding her coattails. She does all the work. So when I film videos in the morning, she's directing me just off screen.
You.
She's the one that's like, you got to do this in one take. And I'm like, can I do more? No, one take or else. Threatens not to pay me.
Shannon.
And so, yeah, every now and then she'll throw things, but not at my face because she says this is the moneymaker. So she doesn't want to hit the moneymaker.
Oh my gosh, you're such a brat.
Okay, how many animals can I pick up during one live stream?
Who else do you need to pick up? Oh, Shadow.
Yeah,
Shadow's
he's
at your
my
feet.
feet. He
They
sits
do
at my
rotate
feet.
who's sitting
He
right
sits-
here.
He sits
We have
at my
a
feet.
little rug that's right here, and all of the animals like to be on
I
it. just
tripped
not at
over
the
him
same
this
time.
morning, and he kept. So I tripped over him because he was right next to my foot, and then he kept going in the direction I was going. So I kept tripping on him.
I'm with you about baseball. Just waiting someone to pitch the ball or swing the bat puts me in a coma. Hockey is life. Yeah, I think baseball's really.
I did watch part of a CFL game though the other night. Yvonne really wanted to see if the Lions were winning, so I had to put the Lions game on because she had to see and the Lions were winning. So she was happy. She's a big Lions fan. So Yvonne wants baseball jerseys too, so I have to start looking for baseball jerseys.
That's not true. That is not true. Oh, how old is Shadow?
He's almost 9.
I was going to say, isn't he about 9?
He turns 9 in
Him and
September.
Bear about 9. Pixel will be 8 this summer.
How you doing, Shadow?
Where are there kittens in here still?
I just felt something go past my foot. Yep, she's right between my feet.
Oh, because somebody wanted to see the size difference. Here, see. She's tiny.
The size difference though between the orange one and any of the other cats is ridiculous.
Are they declawed? No, that's illegal here.
Yeah, you can't.
And it's inhumane.
It's bad. I remember there was one cat that I house sat for a former boss of mine, and she had one of her cats declawed, and the other cat would just beat it up because there's no claws. So that's not great.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Right. Should I grab another pack or
number pick?
Hindsight.
With hindsight, Peterson or Heiskanen?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for. Heiskanen's a fantastic defenseman. He's a top 2. Pettersson, I mean, he had a rough first half of the season, but he's fantastic now. If I was picking between the two, I would probably pick Heiskanen because top 2 defensemen are harder to come by, but it's close. It's close between the two. I don't know if she can get out the door, though. She may not have enough to get out.
Do you think that Myers gets dealt by the draft?
Myers is going to be expensive. That's going to be an expensive one.
Thoughts on the rumor of NHL maybe getting involved if Keith retires?
If Keith retires, then the cap penalty goes back to the Blackhawks. So unless there's some other circumstance there that the NHL needs to jump in with, that's how that works.
How important will away games be this series, seeing how both games the Avs lost were away and Tampa hasn't lost since game 3 first round? Favorite YouTube.
Yeah, whichever team wins on the road first probably wins the series. They're both really, really good at home. Colorado's been fantastic at home all season. Tampa Bay has been very good at home all season, and in the playoffs, after that first loss against Toronto in Game 3, they've been fantastic, and they really shut the game down quite well. Okay, so Nick Foligno, Alexander Texier, Lars Eller, Darcy Kemper, speaking of Colorado. He's Arizona there, though. Alex DeBrincat, Justin Schultz, Anders Lee.
Can you explain how retirement cap works? Why does cap default to the old team if they retire?
Well, I can do a video
fan,
on that.
I don't understand.
I can do a video on that. It's in the CBA. It's a longer term contract. So like Luongo was traded to Florida and then he retired. The cap penalty went back to Vancouver. Vancouver's been paying that penalty. It just comes off the books now. I think it's this year is the final year of it. So it's something that they did to try to punish the longer term contracts or contracts for older players too. But I can talk about that, sure. Matt Dumba, Brett Pesce. New York Rangers team checklist. Did you want this?
That was really close to my face.
Quentin Byfield.
Do you follow WHL hockey?
I don't have during the regular season for the NHL, I have the time to follow everything going NHL, and it just eats into my time. So I really do enjoy WHL hockey. It's very good. I've got some WHL jerseys. My friend Mike was going to hook me up with a new Vancouver Giants jersey. I got one myself. So if you're watching, Mike, it's okay. I got it. But yeah. Yeah, I do enjoy it though. Okay, so Calvin DeHaan is the throwback in here, as well as Jake DeBrusk, and I got a blue border Anaheim Ducks checklist. Those are rare. Those are limited.
Wow.
So no cozying up to me because I've got a limited edition card. No, my card.
Okay, is that a Belleville Sens jersey?
It is.
Done broadcast work for them.
I have a red one, a white one, and the black one. I've got all three now. I love these jerseys. I think they're fantastic, and I'm committing to doing more AHL content next year.
Imagine how loaded Detroit defense will be if they get
Jiricek.
Oh, I would not have guessed that.
Yeah, Jiricek.
All right.
Yeah, Jiricek is, and again, it's between him and Nemitz. It's possible that Jiricek's off the board first, but if Detroit gets either of those defensemen, yeah, it's a stacked blue line.
Should the Devils get a goalie via trade or free agency this offseason, or stick with what they have?
I think they'll pick up a goaltender. Again, with Blackwood, he had such a rough year. I think they'll still have faith in Blackwood for another year. They'll probably bring in a 1B option, somebody who can play 30 games maybe. But yeah, they definitely need another goaltender.
Will Paul Murray's coach again?
That's going to be up to him. My guess is no. He seemed to be quite at peace with leaving the Jets. He didn't leave a lot of opening there for, well, I might come back next week or next year. I think he's retired. I think he's happy to go out that way. I think he just decided it's time.
If you had to trade Shannon, which city are you sending him to? Well, who would I get in return? No, I don't really like other people. So
did you just ask that question?
I'm just saying, but who would I trade you for?
Oh, okay.
I don't like other people.
All right.
I really don't.
So Yvonne's email address is
no. I especially don't.
Her phone number
I don't like people.
555. So. Okay. Mike Hoffman, Matthew Joseph.
Why the Jets? Because they're awesome. That's why.
Logan Couture, one of my favorites. Adam Lowry. It's one of your favorites too.
I do like him.
Derek Grant, local boy from Abbotsford. Barclay Goodrow, Tampa there. JT Miller.
Buble in return. You know, he's a nice guy.
His wife might have something to say about that, though.
Yeah, and
his wife's a nice lady.
They have a lot of kids. I have more than enough. So
don't they just have two?
Three. They have three.
They have three?
They have the two boys
yeah.
and the little girl.
That's right, yeah. That's how much attention I'm paying. So, all right.
Their kids are really sweet.
Philip Forsberg, they are. Noah's a good little kid.
He is.
Their little playing girl basketball.
Is so cute.
Colton Parayko, Jake Bean, Andre Vasilevskiy. So I've got Vasilevskiy and Shesterkin, Max Pacioretty, Bobby Ryan, who went without signing this year, and finally Mitch Marner, who everybody says is great in the playoffs.
Trade Shannon for another YouTuber, I would think. Steve Dangle. You know, I've never met Steve Dangle, so
Dangle's married as well.
And
he's just getting started with the kids. I would think if you
I don't know, he might be a little bit too energetic for me.
If you threw Steve into this house, I like if we wanted to start up the show Wife Swap again. I don't know how well that would go. I don't know. Because again, you'd be dealing with a toddler, and then his wife would be dealing with the three kids we got here.
Good luck with that.
And me.
Super good.
There's luck. a lot of parts of Gilbert Gottfried's Wife Swap that I looked at and went, yeah, no, I'd pretty much do the same stuff.
That would be Shannon.
Yeah. Especially if it's somebody who's really, princess and she wants to be weighted on hand and foot. Hell no. Nope.
Should the Wings make a move on getting Andrew Kopp and Jack Campbell? Nedeljkovic, Campbell would be interesting.
Campbell's going to be an interesting one to watch in the offseason because Toronto needs to hold on to Campbell. I don't think they can afford to lose Campbell and then look at moving Mrazek. Kopp is going to be very in demand in the offseason.
Is she?
She went out?
Yeah, probably. I don't think she can push the door. She's not big enough.
Here you go. No, go ahead. Sweetie.
She's like, I just didn't want the door shut.
I opened it. I know. I opened it, sweetheart. There you go. And boom. She zoomed out once she realized the door was open and she could leave.
Do you think Matthews will catch Ovechkin in goals?
Oh, it's so many years away from that. But his goals per game is fantastic. He needs to maintain that. I would say we can ask that question. I would say 3 seasons from now if he maintains that pace for goals. And then Ovechkin would have to stop. That's the problem. Ovechkin has to stop scoring first. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays till he's 50. That wouldn't entirely surprise me.
Do you think the Sabres will pursue Jack Campbell?
I would not be surprised. I think Campbell would be in demand because I don't think he will be overly expensive. And I mean, the Sabres have a good team. Last quarter of the season, they were pretty good. So if they get the right guy in net, they could make that jump.
Does Trotz end up in Detroit?
I saw it too. Anyways. Does Detroit what?
I don't know. I read it. You're supposed to.
Does Trotz end up in Detroit? It's really his call. That wouldn't entirely surprise me. Trotz is a good guy for getting the most out of a roster that you don't expect much from. He did it in Nashville for years. He did it with the Islanders for years. I think he likes that challenge. So I honestly would be very surprised if he went to a team that made the playoffs. I think he wants that challenge.
Is there really any team in danger of being relocated?
No. Nope. I haven't done that video in a couple of years because now that Arizona, you heard that Bettman said if they get that Tempe arena, then he'll make them sign a promise that they won't move for 30 years. So if Arizona's off the market, yeah, that's it. There won't be any teams moving anytime soon. There's not going to be expansion anytime soon. The 32 teams we have is the 32 teams we're going to get. And we better enjoy it. Must be a Leafs fan that just watched Game 7. Nobody told him. He blocked out the internet for weeks. He's finally watching Game 7. And wanted to do a super chat to let us know.
I saw a few people asking about the Kraken. There were like different variations of what went wrong or what do they need to do to fix it.
What went wrong with the Kraken was their structure wasn't there defensively, and their goaltending couldn't bail them out. So it was 2 things. There was way too many prime chances in front of their net, and they weren't getting those game-saving, like you'd see with Shesterkin, like you see with Vasilevskiy. They weren't getting that from Grubauer or Drieger, and so yeah, it snowballed. Once they got off to that slow start, it was over.
Is Nylander the odd man out of the big four in Toronto if the Leafs go that direction?
I don't know that he's the odd man out, but he's the easiest one to move. His contract's the easiest one of the 4 to trade. I don't know that anybody would touch the Tavares contract right now without wanting Toronto to either eat some of that contract or take back a contract that maybe Toronto wouldn't want to take. Matthews isn't going anywhere, and I honestly would be quite surprised if Marner hit the market. So Nylander would be the obvious one that could end up being on his way out.
Well, we haven't watched the Kenobi series.
Yeah, I haven't watched Kenobi. I'm going to, but I haven't watched it yet. Yvonne keeps saying no. She controls the TV.
True. That's also not true.
She controls the TV, and it's just
not true.
Hey, you two boys, sit down, shut up. We're watching this tonight. Okay. I'm like, but we watched Downton Abbey last night. It's like, we're watching it again.
I have never had Shannon watch Downton Abbey.
And then
I watch that by myself or with his mom.
So. I also don't make her watch The Boys because I don't think she can handle The Boys. I don't think she could handle that at all.
I know. Where are the rabbits?
Pickles there. And
yep, I see a
back
pickle
underneath the tree on that side.
There you go. There's 2 and the others are upstairs.
Opinion on the new Rammstein. It's okay.
It's nowhere near as good as the last one.
Yeah.
But the last one was really good.
The last one was fantastic. Deutschland is still like, that is my go-to song on the treadmill. There really isn't anything off the new album that stands out to me. It's okay. It's not fantastic. I was kind of surprised.
Oh, yeah, we did see that. The brewery in Winnipeg.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the news video today.
Okay. Will Canada ever have a second MLB team again?
Montreal, I think, gets a team at some point. I'd like to see one in Vancouver too. I think Vancouver could support a baseball team if they can get the right building to house it. And if that ended up being BC Place, I don't think that would work in BC Place. But if they had the right field to make it work, I absolutely think Vancouver would support baseball.
Is it still raining in Abbey? Probably.
Yeah, it's been
Odds
raining
are,
on and off today. It's supposed
Always
to rain.
raining.
Let me see what the
It's
forecast
like
is
every
for the
day.
week.
It's always
It's
raining.
been just ridiculous.
We are good on water.
So it's supposed to be cloudy tomorrow and then rain on Thursday, scattered showers Friday, showers Saturday, showers Sunday, scattered showers Monday, mostly cloudy Tuesday, showers
Which
next
means rain.
Wednesday, and showers next
Yeah,
Thursday.
the whole screen is rain. So yes, it's rain, all the rain.
So
I don't know where they're getting all this water from.
by the next meetup, I hope that's all gone. I hope it's rained itself out.
That's not how it works.
It is
It's a
time
lot
for
of
my
rain.
annual No Canadian Team Wins the Cup video, but I haven't done that yet. I'm going to though, because I want to do it different.
Hi, been inactive for the last year, but slowly coming back. Hope you're both doing well. What's the highest first round selection JT Miller can fetch?
I would think top 10. I would think at the very least top 10. This year's draft isn't seen as being quite as elite. A lot of these players were affected by the pandemic, and losing a year here and there for some of these guys really rough. So I would think top 10. I do hope, though, they don't trade Miller.
NBA back to Van ever?
I hope so. I didn't think it was fair. Now, I understood why they moved the team out, why the Grizzlies left, but they never had a good team. Vancouver was left with a crap team, and then they were gone.
Will the Flyers ever win another cup?
I never rule out a team winning another cup ever, except Vancouver. I don't, as long as I'm alive, I don't think Vancouver wins it.
Do we ever go to Vancouver games often?
We've been to Vancouver games, but that was years ago.
Definitely not often. We go to Abbotsford Canucks games often.
Yeah.
But not...
Abbotsford Canucks games are obviously very close.
Very close, yeah. That's nice.
We've got season tickets, so we don't have to worry about
fun.
it. And we've got good tickets, and they weren't really that expensive considering how many games you get.
I think whoever controls the pace wins the cup, i.e. Colorado is fast, Tampa slow. Thoughts?
First goal. First goal is key in this series. I think that you have to be the team that's attacking and gets that first goal. The thing is, Colorado defensively isn't as sound as Tampa, which is not an insult to Colorado. It's just Tampa is fantastic at shutting the game down. So Colorado needs that first goal.
Who are you rooting for?
I haven't seen the Avs win a Stanley Cup in a long time. It'd be nice to see. And I never thought I'd see the day I was rooting for the Avs to win a cup. If you told me back in 2001 I was rooting for the Avs to win another Stanley Cup, I would have called you a liar. But it's not 2001 anymore.
Where do you see the Wild next year?
Probably Minnesota. I think they're staying in Minnesota. I would think XL Center. But all kidding aside, yeah, the Wild should still be a playoff team because Kaprizov and the attack that he can help them put together is fantastic. Their defense is solid. They're a well-coached team. And I think their goaltending, I have a little bit of a concern, but I mean, Talbot had a really good first half. He can have a good first half again next year. They should at least be a playoff team.
Shannon's not high. Thank you, though.
I'm not?
No, you're not. I don't know how
that
you
means
get
I'm just
work
stupid.
Done.
I don't like it when I'm just stupid. That sucks.
What are the kids' favorite NHL teams? Adelaide, it's the Leafs. Definitely the Leafs. She likes the Leafs. But she also likes all the teams.
Sorry. That just proves I have no effect on anything.
My mom is pretty sure that it's genetic. My grandmother really liked the Leafs. Our middle one really likes the Oilers and the Hurricanes. And then the oldest likes Vegas. Just Vegas, only Vegas. He likes Vegas. All the Vegas. He really likes Vegas.
So weird.
It's so funny. He really likes Vegas. He loves wearing his Vegas jerseys. He loves that he gets compliments on his Vegas jerseys.
I think that's what a lot of it was.
Yes. Yeah. It has gold and it's shiny and it has the sword. So he loves everything about Vegas.
Yeah.
Does Vegas go for a big
free agent? They go big in free agency or It's finally stand pat. I don't know that they have the cap space, but it never stopped them before. So we'll see. They do like to go for the next shiny object. Maybe they go for another one.
Who do you think coaches the Winnipeg Jets?
If Trotz doesn't come back, I wouldn't be entirely surprised if Dave Lowry actually ends up keeping the job. I thought Lowry was okay. I don't know that Lowry was the problem. I think there's other issues with Winnipeg.
Worst branding in the NHL?
Worst branding in the NHL? I don't know that there is any team with really bad branding. There's some boring logos.
There are definitely some boring ones. But
I
every
wish
time I mention it, people get all mad.
I do wish that the Rangers would have the shield on their jerseys a little more. I know that traditionally the shield's not on jerseys, right? But I think they should do a third where the shield's on the front of it. I mean, it's a nice logo. I understand that they love the word mark, but it's a nice logo.
Is Carter Hart the real deal or a pretender?
Carter Hart had a good year. The Flyers did not. Carter Hart had a good year. There were some rough patches in the beginning, but he put that behind him. Coke always over Pepsi. Coke is always ahead of Pepsi. That's a rule.
Don't like either. So, what are your thoughts on the Sharks? They have pretty jerseys.
The Sharks, if I do worry that they're in denial about what they need to do, that they need more kids. They need to embrace picking up prospects and young guys.
You think Detroit is waiting on TV
Tampa Bay
to interview
Lalonde?
Or
it's possible. And honestly, there's no rush as long as you have a coach in place by training camp. Like, you don't have to have them for the draft. You don't have to have them for free agency. It's nice to have that because then you know what kind of team you're trying to put together for that coach, but you don't really have to hire one right away. So anyways, you're giving me the signal that you're getting tired.
Right. Yep.
So as a result, let's see. If only one of Strome, Vetrano, and Kopp can be re-signed, who would you pick? Kopp. I would pick Kopp.
Agreed.
Because he's a Swiss Army knife. He can do a little bit of everything.
Great. Are we a happy couple? We definitely are.
We try. We pretend.
We actually get along really well. Mostly. And if anybody ever meets us in person, we really do.
Kind of.
We really do. We get along great.
John Gibson said none of the rumors about him wanting to trade are true. If he should be moved somewhere, who would benefit the most? Honestly, I would be very surprised if Gibson became available if there wasn't a whole lineup of teams looking to pick him up because he's in his prime still and his contract's not awful. So we'll see. But yeah. So anyways, we should get going. Thanks guys for coming out, and for people who are coming up to the meetup, which is going to be at Hickey on the 25th. That'd be great. So yeah,
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's not this Sunday or not this Saturday, but the following Saturday because there's no hockey game that day. So
we're not going to bed at 7:30. My goodness.
No.
How old do you think we are?
No, she just needs to go and sit down and
stand up very
do
long.
some knitting and some crotcheting and that kind of thing.
Pretty sick. So
she's But anyways, thanks guys for coming out. And Yvonne does need a raise. Absolutely. I have no problem admitting that. All right. We will do this again next week. The plan is to do this once a week. And with the rate that I'm going through these hockey cards, I should be done opening them by
never
2026.
I never, because he still keeps buying things.
I only have 2 more boxes coming right now. Anyways, thanks guys for coming out and take care. Talk to you guys again next Tuesday.
If they knew how many boxes cards you have,
they'd be happy because then we'll do a lot of them. Talk to you guys again soon.